Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Anno 1800 episode. Today I want to take a look at expeditions with you and share my knowledge. So how do we enter expeditions? We click the world map and press world map. Then you can see we have the overview of the world map, and there are different kinds of expeditions which I will list you. Then we see that these expeditions have a different difficulty. We have 1-star expeditions, we have 2-star expeditions, and of course we have 3-star expeditions. So let's click an expedition and see what happens. We choose the botanical 1-skull expedition here, and what we notice first is that we have captain's recommendations. These are different skills that your ship or your expedition should possess in order to master the expedition. So in this case it's rations, it's naval power, it's faith, and it's diplomacy. Again, I will list all of the skills that are or could be necessary for an expedition. What we should do next is assign a ship and see which ship is suitable for our expedition. I would recommend you the Clipper because the Clipper already possesses 20 navigation per default and also has 4 cargo slots and 1 item slot, which is overall very suitable to master the expedition. Then next I would recommend you the ship of the line because it already possesses 50 naval power and also has 3 cargo slots and 3 item slots, with overall are 6 slots. And lastly, I would recommend you the cargo ship because it also already possesses 20 navigation and has 6 cargo slots and 2 item sockets. So if we choose, for example, our Clipper, let's choose our Clipper, and then we have to prepare our ship. As you can see, we need navigation, diplomacy, and faith for our expedition. So how do we get those? Navigation we get because, as I already explained, our Clipper per default has 20 navigations. Then diplomacy, so we can use items for diplomacy. For example, this guy, Gordon the Master Grocer, it gives 20 diplomacy, so we check diplomacy. Then faith, we can also choose items. For example, here Beatific Bishopess, she gives us 30 faith, and we can also add her. So we are prepared for all the events that require navigation, diplomacy, and faith. What we could do next, or what we could also do, is use rations. So we can choose here in our goods what we could use. For example, we can use snaps. It provides extra rations and also has a bonus of 20 medicine per 50 ton. As you can see, Schnapps gives us extra rations and also a bonus of 20 medicine per 50 ton. So there are different goods which give us different skills. For example, here you can see timber gives 20 crafting, or you can see that bread gives faith. I will give you a list of all the different goods with the different bonuses next. What is also very important to mention is when you choose your items for your expedition, you can hover over your item. For example, this guy, former Corsair, and as you can see he has a trait and it says pirate. The same is here for the lecturer, trade zoologist. So what happens with when items have a trait, there are certain scenarios during an expedition where these traits can give you a 100% chance of succeed. For example, any scenario with pirates during an expedition and you have an item with the trait pirate on your ship, you have a 100% chance to succeed the event. So how does it work out with the items? As you can see, we have a scenario here and we have two options. One is navigation and the other one is crafting. Since our clipper gives us 20 navigation and the pirate guy gives us 15 navigation, we have a bonus chance of 35% to master this scenario if we choose navigation. As you can see here, crafting, we have nothing with crafting on our clipper, so we have no bonus chance. So when we choose this navigation, as you can see, the 35% bonus chance mastered the scenario. What can also happen during an expedition is that you discover a reward. So not only can you get rewards when you master the expedition, but also during the expedition. So as you can see, we discovered a reward here. It is the former Corsair, and what you have to do is, if you want to accept it, you have to choose which of your items you want to throw overboard, or if you don't want them, you just decline. So what you can do is, when you play with extra rations, you can just throw the extra rations overboard and accept the item, because the goods you can reproduce very fast, and if this is a epic or a legendary item which provides very useful skills for expeditions or is useful for your city, then you should definitely accept it. What is also important to note is the more difficult the expedition gets, the more powerful items you will need, of course, for the expedition. I mean, it's obvious, but as you can see here, our clipper has 20 navigation and it only gives us 9% here for the 3 skull expedition. If we choose it and we choose items which are just uncommon or rare, you can see, for example, he should give us 15 faith, but as you can see, it just gives us 3% for the 3-star expedition. So that means when you continue to play the game, you find more powerful items. You can buy them from Eli, or you find them on expeditions, or you get them through attractivity and visitors. But it is very important that you need more powerful items for 3 skull missions. I would suggest you put only epic items or legendary items on a 3 skull expedition in order to succeed and master it. Our expedition returned safely and we got our rewards. It was a 1 skull expedition, so as you can see, we got 1 common item, 1 uncommon item and 1 rare item. For those of you who are wondering, how do I know what items I can get? So I can tell you, it depends on the kind of expedition you do and where in the world you do it. There are certain item pools. I will link these item pools in the comments section so you can see what items you get from what expedition, because it's very diverse and versatile. And yeah, that's it for our tutorial on how to do an expedition. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to message me on my Twitter or in the comment section. If you liked this video, please give me a like and follow me for more content. thank you for participating and watching my tutorial on expeditions. I wish you a great day. Bye bye.